Okay, let's go through where I'm at. I think I rerouted my hoses a couple times here in and out of the intake, mostly due to my water injection, which is here and here. I got a longer boot, pushes the filter a little further out and down, which is good. Gets it out of this turbulent zone here, which we're going to do something to fix that. But this side looks pretty good. Let me walk around to the other side. You can see the top of the lines coming in. My Y on the end is, then I've got an elbow. It looks, you can see it more from the other side, but so again, you got lines coming out. Actually, this is the inlet line right here, coming back around, nice pre-manufactured elbow, and so this line goes back to the discharge of the pump. This is the return off of the top of the exchanger. It's a little clearance issue right here. The hood goes down, but once that arm gets down, it actually clears it pretty good. And then the hood just kind of sets it right down in place. So it actually looks pretty good in there. It rubs a little bit when you come up right there, just a little bit, but haven't really been able to figure it out. I don't want to cut this back because that's really holding the top of my air through the radiator, so I don't want to lose that. I just got it kind of temporary tie wrapped. I redid all of my oil cooler lines. They're all now a single piece of black stainless braided all the way from the two oil catch cans to the appropriate points wired in here, and you can kind of see the T there for the back of the water injection. It comes around, and there's my block valve and check valve at the front. I got some wiring up here for the water injection that needs to be done still, and then that all routes back, same as before, back down and around, back to the back of the car. So this looks pretty good. I'm pretty flat right there. If you look across angle, it's got a little bit of an up, but there's play in it. It'll go down just a little bit if the hood hits it right there. And so it is kind of just touching. Now the other caveat is I sold my hood, and so now I'm getting a different hood. It's the L88 extractor hood, and it's got some, hopefully it's got enough clearance in this area here. That's the only place where it's really tight, is right here is where it's tight. Everything else should be pretty good. The extractor vents will kind of come down right here and push down on these guys. That'll be okay. Hitting the oil lines, oil vent lines, not that big a deal. But anyway, it looks pretty good. For those that want to know, you've got a direct shot through the honeycomb. I got my bumper off. You can actually see the filter through there, and that's a lot of airflow, this little crack right there. And so I'm going to put something back behind here where my finger is right now, as you can see it, to kind of seal that thing off. But anyway, kind of where I'm at, just making sure all this stuff is ready to go. I might fill the water system up and turn on the pump, but the other thing I'm waiting on too is I got a new alternator coming. This is the stock alternator, and so I got to kind of get all this stuff out of the way, so I really want to put water in the system and open it back up. So I got to wait on the alternator a little bit more. But pretty much engine stuff is wrapped up. I got to change injectors yet. I'm holding off that till the end, till all this stuff. I actually want to run the car with the stock injectors and check for leaks and all that other good stuff before I start messing with injectors and tuning and all that other good fun stuff. But anyway, not too bad. Again, a manufactured elbow here, a manufactured elbow there, so it keeps it nice and clean on a good line. Very short on both of my 3/4 inch sections to minimize pressure drop and reduction of flow. And again, that goes down there to the bottom. For those who haven't seen, that goes down to the bottom into this line right here, which goes across in a piece of 1-inch tubing, so I can get in to the bottom of the exchanger with a little U right there. So I'm actually flowing in the bottom, out the top, correct flow on the Edelbrock exchanger, with the inlet on the passenger side and the outlet, the inlet on the driver's side on the bottom and the outlet on the passenger side on the top. Anyway, that's that.